And I believe that I get your emails so that I can send you this slide deck. We got a little adjustment. I see. I think I know what's going on. How about that? Yeah, there we go. Great. So my name's Anthony Prichard. If you're here to learn how to publish a 1-minute video to YouTube so that it shows up on the first page of Google, you're in the right workshop. This is the 3rd year in a row that I've given this presentation for AVXPO. And I've done some marketing for them as well, and they thought that this was an important enough topic for you to see as well. I see some familiar faces from years in the past, so thank you for coming again. I'd like to do a little bit of a different type of a presentation than maybe some of the other workshops you've seen. This is all going to be hands-on. I'm one of the only presenters that they give a Wi-Fi password to, so it's pretty valuable here at a high-tech conference, and they don't really share it because those hotel companies really hold on to that Wi-Fi with an iron fist. And my time to deliver this topic has been shortened from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. So you're going to get the real short version, and I've got a twist for those of you that are here. Again, it's not going to be the same exact presentation as last year. But in the short agenda, I go over the why. It's not as important for this audience. Everyone here knows the video is obviously very important, but I speak a lot to business owners, and my full-time job is to provide digital marketing services to local small service companies. And when I educate them about this video revolution and how video has changed and evolved, now everyone's really capable of being their own digital broadcast media company across all their platforms. This is where I discovered this technique. I was a general contractor, and I would fix and flip homes for investors. Here it is. Does anybody recognize this? It's the flip cam. Came out like 20 years ago, and it was the first time you could record HD video in your hand before video came out in smartphones, and you would just plug it in to your laptop and transfer the files. Well, my parents gave this to me for Christmas in 2007, and for the next 3 months I proceeded to hit myself in the head with it until I could figure out what I was going to say, because I had no idea what I was going to say. I was not an actor or a comedian. I knew if I tried to remember lines, it was just going to come out all bad. And so I just kept asking that question. What am I going to say? And I stood out in front of this house and I said, I'll just say the same thing I'm saying every day anyways. But I'll think of the camera lens as my most valuable customer or my most profitable persona. The one single person or demographic of persons that has the most money and highest demand for what I do. And since I was fixing flipping homes, I just walked through the house, easily explained what was going on in the house, talked to my subcontractors, posted the video to the only place you could post a video back then, which was YouTube. The next day, a neighbor called me and said, I'd like you to take a look at my kitchen for a remodel, which is a $50,000 job. And I just shortcut the process by like a month. And I thought, ooh, got something here. So I proceeded to invest, stay up until 2 a.m. to teach myself how to do this. And I've boiled it down here for you in a short 30-minute presentation. I'm going to bypass a lot of this and just get right into what my audience tells me is their most favorite slide of my presentation. Since a lot of you do this for a full-time job, you don't need to be as educated as the small business owners that I teach this to. And still, probably some of you do have some fear around being on camera instead of behind it. But the 1 minute video came into this structure that I would separate into 4 15-minute sound bites. And 2 sentences was enough for a business owner to remember. Anything more than that was going to have to be 2 takes. But we'd come up with a script together based on this storyboard formula, and it would help them to condense their message into a 1 minute message. And I don't know about you, but when I'm surfing the internet, I rarely have more than 1 minute of my time to sacrifice to hear what you have to say if I don't know who you are or what you do. And so that's tended to be the best way to introduce yourself to somebody online today because of the body language. Body language communicates trust and transparency more than words or still photos or audio messages ever could. And when people watched that video that I made in 2007, they could tell almost immediately if that's somebody that they could see themselves working with or not to remodel their kitchen. They saw I let the camera do the work. They saw how clean my job was. They saw the relationship I had with my subcontractors. They saw the scope of my abilities in a very short amount of time. And that was the power of video. That was the big light bulb that went off in my head. And so I continued to do this over and over again. At first, all I had to do was publish a short 1 minute video to YouTube. And then the platform became more competitive. And then I needed to boost that message synthetically using Google Ads, which controls YouTube. That's a whole nother workshop. But I would put a 4-mile radius around the hair salon, the massage location, the pizza parlor, the dentist, whatever it may be. And automatically, that company would see an influx in new business. So I encourage you to use that. I actually have an example of how I used it last year or the year before last. And I'm not hearing audio. That's because this is off. So I'm going to stop. Thank you. Can you hear that? I'm on my way to that.
So we have a double audio.
Okay.
Catching into each other. That's the echo.
Yeah. Any way to fix that?
So you would have to cut the audio on your streaming because what's happening is that you're broadcasting it and they're overlapping with each other.
Okay. Okay, so if you're watching online, you can see this video in my channel. I'm going to turn my microphone off temporarily. In a minute, you got a good gist of what I was talking about. And that's because I followed this formula, which points out the pain. And the pain is something that people are more motivated to avoid than pleasure to gain. So experiment with this, try it out, use that video as an example. I just recorded four short clips and stitched them together. But I did find out over the years. Oh, I guess another thing I did to discover what the name of the video I wanted to give today is Google Trends or trends.google.com. This can be your friend when trying to determine what you should title your video. If your goal is to get it to appear on the first page of Google, you want to find out what word is the most used word on Google. So by going to trends.google.com, you can punch in these different keywords. If I want to eliminate that one and search for another one, like short videos, then I can see, oh, that's actually a more popular keyword than any of the others that I tried. So maybe I should change the name of this video I'm about to publish today to with short videos as the main keyword. So I'll do that. I've already got a video that I produced, and instead of using the storyboard formula, I shifted to the video testimonial. I believe that the video testimonial is more valuable than anything else that you can publish on your website. Now, some people might argue others, but if somebody has just experienced your service and they've just paid you for it, their emotions are at the highest, their gratification is at the highest, they're in a great place to reciprocate with the service you gave them in the form of a video testimonial. And whenever you ask somebody for a video testimonial, what happens? Their shoulders start to creep up into their ear holes, and they say, what do I say? But if you give them this great testimonial sandwich, it helps anyone to give a great 1-minute testimonial. You say the first piece of bread is the who, what, and the where. The meat is your experience. You shouldn't really have to think about that too much because it's the reason you're here, or the reason you bought this thing. And the last piece of bread is what you're going to do next or what you think other people should do next. So earlier in the conference, I went around the showroom floor and I collected a dozen video testimonials. Not everybody was willing to give me a testimonial, but more than half of the people were willing to give me a testimonial. And in a workshop where I have more time, I'll make it interactive and I'll put you in the uncomfort zone and I'll ask you to deliver your own video testimonial. I just don't have enough time to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into my YouTube account, and I'm going to upload the video that I edited. It may or may not be a minute long. It really doesn't matter how long the video is. In YouTube's eyes, what matters to them is, does it deliver a good end user experience? And this is a theme that you're going to see happening over and over again in the search world or the SEO world. And that's really what we're doing here today is video SEO. So based on the Google Trends research that we did, the name of this video is going to be all newest advancements in short videos in Colorado. And I'm going to go over this indexing that I do here, but the indexing is the reason that it shows up on the first page of Google. And so I'll just ask you to hold your questions to the end, because I will cover probably most of the questions that are starting to pop up in your brain right now. Looks like what happened here? Doesn't like something I did. Oh, I'm uploading this on the wrong channel. That's why. Okay, so let me manage my YouTube account a little bit better. Done that before. Okay. Same thing. Oh, great. Get to verify who I am. right in front of you. Oh boy.
I gotta do that every time.
Might not be it. Oh yeah. This always happens right up here on stage. Yeah. So all newest. Okay. I can pick a thumbnail, and I believe it's this. Yep. Should have more playlists than that. Oh gosh, doing it again. This is the irony of managing too many